Hey y'all, it's your girl Fara Charles, and I'm back again with another episode of the Fara Charles podcast. And today we are talking about my friend. He's like the coolest guy in Miami. We've known each other for so long. I've watched him grow from socialite to loving hip hop, damn near the star, cause he always in some shit. But we're gonna get into it today. My homeboy Van Gray, he is just the it guy of Miami. He knows all the who is who's. If you go on his page, you're gonna feel 20 years younger, and you're gonna be like, dang, how can Van be in the club till 5 in the morning and still get up and play basketball? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna get into all the tea. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, and if you haven't already, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe.
Today we're gonna get into the smoke. We're gonna get into a little bit of everything, a little bit of intellectual conversations, maybe a little bit of mess. Listen, you'll learn all about me. I'm a man that wears many hats, literally and figuratively. So today we're gonna get into everything, and I'm looking forward to it. Tune in.
Hey y'all, so I am back, and I'm super excited because the guest I have to the right of me is my longtime friend in Miami, Van Gray. What can I say about you? You do everything, friend. You do everything. One minute I think he a designer. Next minute I think he doing fashion merchandising. Next minute he in all kind of fashion weeks everywhere. And then you see him on Love and Hip Hop. You see him with Bobby. I'm like, well, what you managing? Like, I don't know, but I love your life because it's so exciting.
Thank you.
And you're living your young life. And a lot of us forget to do that. And or make you feel bad about doing it. Live your life, friend. So I'm gonna let you tell a little bit about yourself and what you've been up to.
Thank you. I'm at a loss for words, but no, thank you. Honestly, I appreciate
love your life.
the flowers.
I promise you. I got 2 kids.
My name is Van Gray. What I'm most passionate about, I will say, I'm an advocate for mental health. I am now, in the last couple of years, a TV personality, as well as in the past 5 or 6 years, I've worked behind the scenes, managing or setting up bookings and appearances for other TV personalities. So this is like a newfound thing for me, being in front of the camera, but I'm embracing it and enjoying it and just following all my passions. I'm a person, like I said earlier, that wears many hats, literally. And
Literally.
I love a hat.
Yeah, you do love a hat.
And I do about pretty much anything but mind my business. So let's get this thing started and see what we come up with.
Right. So, I mean, my favorite thing about you is I feel like when you're around your friends, you do your best to motivate them to be better. Like, I never see you in a messy light until it's time to be messy. But for the most part, I always see you encouraging them to do different things or trying different things or just pushing them to do better. So my thing is, in such a dirty industry, how do you keep that positivity about you?
Well, thank you. And I'm just a firm believer that if you don't clap for other people, it'll never be your turn.
Amen.
So a lot of people just don't know how to support others and don't want to, because a lot of people have that attitude of why them? Why not me?
And it's so
What's
weird.
so special about them? So when I see people come into different opportunities, or even before those opportunities come, I like to always feed them. I like to pour into them, because it's not about reciprocation or I do something for you, you're gonna be able to do it for me. But I just feel like that's how I get my blessings. If I can be a blessing
Amen.
to somebody else, it might not be that person that I loaned some money to, or it might not be that person that I gave a ride to, but I may have to borrow from over here.
Mm-hmm.
I may need a ride over here. So I like to think that what you do, both positive and negative and negatively, goes around, comes around.
It's a balance.
You reap what you sow. You plant good seeds, you'll have beautiful trees. You plant rotten ones, you ain't gonna get shit.
And that's just the balance of life. A lot of people like you to be ashamed of your dark side or hide your dark side, but sometimes you gotta realize if it wasn't for that dark side, you probably wouldn't be alive.
Right.
That dark side helped you get through some shit. That dark side helped you survive some shit. So I embrace that dark side. Of course, you gotta put it away. Eventually you grow, you know what I mean? But don't be ashamed of your dark side, because trust me, it's balanced, like you said. what goes around comes around. That's just some real shit. And I can remember, I want to say we known each other now like 10 years.
Yeah, it's been
because I started really hitting Miami, which is where I met you in like 2014, 15.
Yeah, and
when we had the Void Miami. You remember that?
Oh, that was the best party ever in Miami.
Sean Banks. Shout out my homeboy Sean Banks. That's his event, and I wish you would bring it back.
Oh my God, I begged. I used to be like, Twitter was a big deal back then. I used to be like, pound the Void, what's going on? Like, no, I love the
Void was where all creatives, I think, of Miami just met under one roof, and it was just lit, bro. Like, those were the times.
Friends and some of the people that I still could like communicate with to this day
at the Void. Nah, the Void was the shit, and that was like me and my girls, like, some of them, they don't go nowhere, but when it's time and it's Art Basel time, they stepping out for the Void. So I guess my thing to you is like, cause you welcome me then with open arms, and every time you see me now, you welcome me with open arms, but you have definitely elevated and transitioned into a whole new person now, but you've never changed. Like, you've never saw me and not like made sure that you said hi to me or gave me a hug or introduced me to whoever, you know. Anytime I have a question or I'm asking about people, you answering and you telling me like, yeah, you know, go over here, go over there. So like, what makes you so welcoming when you see certain people trying to do what you're doing or whatever it is they're doing?
Well, I mean, I think that it's more than enough opportunities out here for all of us in every space.
Amen.
There's 8 billion people in the world. I don't know how many people are black, but I'm rooting for everybody black. No shade if you're not black.
Right. But we still rooting for everybody black.
Extra push. We was pushed back. Slavery set us back, so I got to give a little push to my black folks.
Okay.
But for me, I just like to think that, like I said, you reap what you sow. And I like to look at people and situations as in, like, not what's for me, but what's for the good of anybody. So if I see you and you want to connect to something, I got it, I'm giving it. Even if I ain't used that connect yet, I'm going to make sure and see it too that everybody that I'm associated with, whether it's lightly or a big part of my life, that I try to push them in, steer them in what I feel like is the right direction, or whatever they feel like I'm going to try to support. Because whether I don't know if I'm going to need their support or not, but I just know how karma works and how life is in general, that, like I said earlier, we all need a push. So I'm one of the people, I don't care where I go, I can hit the lottery, I'm gonna still know the same people that show me respect, I'm gonna give them respect.
Yeah.
And you can learn from, you can receive something from a person on the corner asking you for 10 cents. They got a lesson that you can learn. Mm-hmm. And it's so much power in humility, and it's strength in humility. And I always tell people that, because it's people out there. J. Cole used to sit outside of the damn whatever, not the Rock Nation, but whatever, Def Jam headquarters, begging people to listen to his CDs. Now he can go platinum with no announcement, no promo.
Right.
And there's plenty of people who said, don't pass me that CD, who want it right now, who would ask for his autograph if they saw him. And so, and in my life, even prior to pursuing anything in entertainment, I met so many people. Some people that was nice on their ascend up, and some people who got nice on their descend. When they falling off, they get nice. So I just never want to be in that position. I want everybody that I know or met, whether they high, low, in between, rich, poor, to have the same story about me that I tried to help them versus, he's nice to this person who he feel like he can get something from, or he's cool with these type of people, but not like, I live in the real world, so I treat everybody as, well, some people I need to treat worse, but I try to treat everybody as they treat me, but then, sometimes you have to get them together, so.
I definitely get that from you. Like I said, you've been the same person, but growing and elevating, but you've really had like the same characteristic to me from I met you till now. So my thing with you, how did you get in this whole love and hip hop? Like, how did that happen for you?
So, since season 1, before Love and Hip Hop Miami came to the city, there was a producer, casting producer, her name is Jill. Shout out Jill. But
Shout out Jill.
So if y'all thirsty, y'all can go on my following and just search Jill.
Right.
Her name is Jill
Fun
Hamburger.
fact.
Jill Hamburger, because I don't gatekeep. But anyway, Jill approached me before Love and Hip Hop ever came. I think this was in 2017 or 16. Before they even shot any episodes, the pilot, before they greenlit the show, it was just VH1 is interested in Miami, Houston, and some other cities, and they was gonna pick whoever I guess had the best cast. And I forgot how I met her, but she asked me about interesting people in Miami, and I didn't even recommend myself. Wasn't even interested, didn't even think about it at the time. But I was managing Eliza Rain, who was one of my really, really close friends at the time, like a friend, like a sister to me. And she was dating a rapper, Red Cafe, at the time from New York, and he lived down here. And they were dating, and they had like a very up and down, crazy relationship. So I was like, ooh, y'all would be perfect. So I recommended them to the show, and they reached out to her, and they already was aware of him being a rapper and being already signed to, hate to say it right now, but I think he was signed to like P. Diddy.
Oh shit. Okay.
But yeah, so he was signed to whatever his management label or whatever at the time. So they interviewed them and things were going good, and she got selected, and she filmed the pilot of the show like before it ever got picked up. And her and Red Cafe had a bad falling out, as they always do, and he pulled out of the show, and she ended up pulling out. Like they just couldn't get it together on the same page to film.
That sucks.
But in the process of managing her that period of time, I had gotten to know other producers, and I had already known Bobby previously because they were friends and they worked together.
Fun fact, I worked on the first season of Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
I was working behind the scenes.
Oh, that's awesome. See, I didn't even know that. And I got to know like a lot of the talent producers, and that's how I met Malik Williams. And he asked me to manage him as well. And I started managing him, working with him and JT, which was his boyfriend at the time, which is also JT Money's son. And we all built a rapport, and that's how I got closer with Chinese Kitty and Bobby. And it went from there, and Prince was on it, but Prince and I were like, we were okay, like we weren't super close, but as we are today, but we're a lot cooler now. But at the time I just knew him vaguely, like we was like whatever, associates. So I knew all of them in Tip Drill as well. So being around and watching Malik through his first season and managing him and talking to producers about issues, money, etc., I just got to know all of them. And then throughout the years, it would come up opportunities like, oh, just film this scene with this person, or just behind like little stuff. And about 2 years ago, Bobby, who's a close friend of mine, came to me and was like, oh, we're about to start the new season. This was during COVID. So they were doing something called pods, which is like where you only film with your really close friends or your family, because they didn't want everybody in the same room spreading COVID. So Bobby had to pick people that he was comfortable with filming. Trina had to pick people she was, all the main characters picked people to bring on the show. And so Bobby picked me, and I started doing scenes from there. And then it was just like an appearance agreement, like you get a couple dollars if you show up or whatever. And then the following season, which was the season before last, that's when they asked me. I was on the phone talking with one of the executive producers about something like business-wise, money, whatever. And she was just like, oh, you're funny, just do a talent tape, which is where they record you on Skype and you just talk about different things, what you think about the cast. I did it. She sent it. She was like, they like you, just do an interview, like a formal one. And I did an interview with the execs, the people at VH1, and they say, you cool, whatever. They never really followed up. I didn't know what it was going to be. I knew I would appear because I've been appearing at this point, like a few episodes each season. But then they were like, okay, we like you. Then out of nowhere, they just called me. It's like, you got a scene tomorrow, or like in a couple of days. I'm like, what? I'm not ready. And I just showed up, and it just went from there. And if they like you, you just do more scenes.
Well, I can definitely say when I first saw you a couple years ago start appearing, I said, watch him get on that show. I already said it. I said, watch him get on that show. And then slowly but surely, I started seeing you some more. But another person, Bobby is very down to earth. Yeah. Like, he's another person where I can't say he's like me and you, but I worked with him on that first season of Love and Hip Hop. And every time he sees me, I'm gonna be real, I don't even think he knows who I am, but he's just always so nice and sweet and pleasant every single time. Yeah. So after a while, I was like, I wonder if he know like it's me or if he's just being nice. But he's definitely one person I can say from then when he first started till now, he has definitely grown. I love the direction he's going in. Because it just gives grown, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're not kids anymore. We're all growing into adults, and we're all looking to do other things. So I love the way that he pivots. Like, okay, I don't have to do this, I can do that. And you do that.
Yes, I try to balance.
You're a master pivoter.
Yeah, like, screw new
Right. What we on today? So where do you get that drive from? Is that something you get from your parents or like?
I just always wanted to be somebody. I always wanted to make an impact on the world. One of my favorite quotes, it's probably not a direct quote, but one of the favorite things that I ever heard in life, I went to a funeral for some people that I didn't know. One of my mom coworkers passed many years ago. I was a minor, and I'll never forget the person who did the eulogy said, "It's not about the years you live," because he was making a reference of the what is that called?
Not the eulogy.
It's
well, it is. Isn't that the eulogy?
The eulogy is the part when they preach to you, but it's the obituary.
Obituary.
You know how they say like 1948 sunset, 2022 sunset passed. He was like, it's not about the years you lived, it's about the dash in between. And that's one of my favorite things I like to think about as I project like where I want to be in life. Like Tupac only lived 20 something years.
25.
Exactly.
I just was thinking about that last night. I was watching somebody's podcast and I was like, this boy, well, damn near boy, died at 25, but it's still being talked about till this day.
Yes. No.
And he's never going nowhere. Like those are one of the people that's never going nowhere. Bob Marley died at 33, I think, or something like that. Like that's young years.
And their legacy lived forever. Not only their talent, but the words they said, how it made people feel, the impact you have. So I've always looked at it like maybe it's not in front of the camera, maybe it's not behind the scenes, maybe it's not in entertainment, but in general, like how I make people feel, the advice I give, the love I show, everything. I just want people to remember like positive things and having a real big impact rather than living 100 years and doing absolutely nothing. But being rotten, or even if it's living 100 years and stacking up millions of dollars and was a terrible person. I just think that I would like to think, I don't want to die no time soon, but if I do pass, I want my funeral to be packed out thick, everybody crying. They was like, oh my God, I don't want people to get up there on the mic because people just go long and long.
Right.
And I don't need them telling every little thing because I did some things I don't need everybody to know. But I generally would like that it would build like a line of people saying, man, he helped me get a job. Right. Man, when my car broke down, he gave me some gas.
Right.
Or, like real shit, not just some like, I knew you from Instagram type vibes. Like, I really want to get to the people and touch people and be able to like have a positive impact on people.
I definitely think you're in the right direction for sure. You have a beautiful heart. Your goddaughter, I saw your relationship with her.
Oh yeah.
I loved your relationship with her. Is there still a relationship with her?
Oh, no, it's unfortunate. I will say no. And you know, minors are not in control of.
No, they're not.
You know, their surroundings and the people involved in their life. It goes through their parents. And despite the issues Eliza and I have had recently, I will say that I do love Rain a lot. I miss it. My mom cries about it and like she's really sad.
No,
about it.
I saw that relationship and that looks so genuine.
Yeah, I've cried about it too. But what I will say is that, you know, I love her, but it's one of those things where you got to go through a parent. You're a mother. Yeah. So even if you are wrong or I'm wrong or whatever, you shouldn't feel comfortable with your child around somebody who don't like you no more, or you know, have lost respect for you. Because I know I'm not that type of person, but a person can try to harm you through your child. Yeah. So it's not like she literally snatched a relationship. I don't think she was that petty per se. Not that I know of. I don't have any proof. However, like I personally don't feel comfortable, you know, being around anybody who I start to build like very bad feelings about them, you know, being around their child, because I wouldn't even want to put myself in that position, or that position of it be any room to misinterpret my intentions or love for the child. Like I was there when she was born, you know, Liza's water.
Like I literally saw that.
She went into labor, and that's the first and only time I ever seen a baby like come out of somebody's body. That's the only child I saw born.
Dang, you saw all of that?
It was like very like you got kids.
Oh baby,
so
I did not. I did not.
I,
they did not come out of my vagina. I know y'all gonna try to come for me, but I don't give a shit. I got 2 C-sections, and I'm very proud of them because that right there is different.
It's something so beautiful to see. When I saw it, I would never forget, even though we don't speak anymore. Like when I tell you, like I cried like a baby when the baby came out. So
now this explains the love that I saw with your relationship with her.
Yes, I still I got her pictures up on my wall like that she would paint and stuff. And she's such a bright, and I know she's gonna be somebody when she grow up because she's so intelligent. Like she was like almost reading at like 3 or something. Like she's really like a special child.
She's a beautiful girl.
I hate that, I think a lot of who she is as a person, and I know I'm projecting because she's not even grown yet, she's not even a teenager, but I hate that, and it's not a bad thing because nepotism is great. Getting a head start in life is amazing. I don't think nobody should apologize.
I'm here for nepotism.
Because they got a rich parent or rich parents. I don't know where Eliza's destiny, but if she get rich. But having both parents with social status and her dad being so rich and powerful, I feel like people kind of just generally may have saw her as one of future kids. But like strip all that down, she's just a child. And what I can say is, as a person who has worked with children, I've been a teacher before, I've been around numerous hundreds, maybe thousands of children, and I will say like she is literally like the most special child I've met, and not because of her parents or my relationship with one of her parents. Just generally speaking, she is so smart, so witty, so funny, just like full of personality. Like, I know she's gonna be like some kind of special person.
She gave that. Every time I would see her on your story,
she's hilarious.
Yes, I would get very like, cause how old is she?
She should be 6 now, and she will turn 7 in April.
So my daughter is 4. So like when I had my daughter and I used to see her, like I used to be like, dang, like cause she was smart as hell. Like she's super smart. So I always be like, dang, I need my baby to be reading like that, or drawing like that, or writing like that. So what I can say, and I never like to speak about people when they're not in the room, so I won't speak on Eliza because I don't know her and I don't have anything to do with you guys' situation. But what I can say is that her daughter is a very beautiful girl.
She is.
And I do hope that one day you can rebuild that relationship, even with her, to get that relationship back with the baby.
Yeah, and honestly, beside me, it's been a blow to my family because my mom was very close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you really was.
And she took it much harder. Cause see, I understand what it is. I'm young. I understand how these feuds go, money, all that stuff. Like, I mean, it hurts, and I feel like, but I know that I'm a person that can stand up for myself, and I'm also like, I'm not a Scorpio, but I'm a Scorpion. Like I can whip my tail.
I'm a Scorpio,
very bad.
So
trust me, like I don't feel no sympathy for myself when people do things to me, because I know when it's time to. I am the person that is seen. I've done so much stuff by the time like I've gotten even with you, whether you started it or I started it. I don't feel bad because I already know what type of person I am when I engage. I try to avoid conflict, but once I'm engaged, I'm a nasty person. So I just can't feel bad about anything I lose in the process of whipping my tail and doing what I feel like I gotta do. So I see it for what it is. I see it as like, okay, you did something to me. I did something back to you. It's cool, wash it. I feel bad for my mother and my stepdad who passed during this time. He was on hospice during this time.
Oh gosh.
Very stressful because he was reaching out to me like, oh, let it go. I want to see the baby. It was just a lot in between, but nonetheless, like I see it for what it is. I ain't tripping off of it. She ain't asked for no forgiveness. I forgive her, and I don't care. Like honestly,
that's how we're supposed to deal with that.
I don't see it as nothing no more. Like honestly,
I love that you said forgiveness, because now we're gonna reach into God a little bit, because I definitely know that you're definitely tapped in. I see that you're big on your faith. Like I mean, I go to church because I just found a new church that I love, but I definitely wasn't on no church every Sunday. But God has always been number one in my life.
Right.
And I feel like you're the same. Like I always see you, when it comes down to really, like you said, when you really get into your mental and really start speaking to people and speaking to your followers, and it's not about being funny, you get into your shit. So I guess for me, it's like you just said, I forgive her. She ain't asked for it, but I'm doing that. That's godly. Yes. That's all godly right there.
Because if you hold all this malice and animosity towards people, a lot of times people don't know how they definitely or how they wronged you. They don't understand it, and it's now on you. You're holding this, and you're not able to move forward. And a lot of people at home, listen to this. A lot of people who wronged you, they ain't losing no sleep.
At all.
You at home tossing, turning, mad. I gotta get that bitch back. Or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And
Not losing.
they up under their covers,
sleep,
they ain't
right.
lost no sleep. And they move on to either do it to somebody else or maybe they learn. And, you know, and I've tried to learn, you know, not from only that situation, but any combative situation I've been in. And sometimes you can't beat a person in submission. You can't beat them into seeing it your way. You can't do all this retaliation. Like, that's just who I am. I'm a tick for tat person. I am going to respond. I'm going to retaliate. I don't always wait on karma. I push it. I say, oh yeah, God, I know you're going to get them, but I got to do a little something to let them know it came from me.
Right.
Because sometimes when people, life start hitting them upside the head and they going through it hard, all this stuff, they're not going to be like, damn, I did Fara wrong. Maybe that's why.
No.
So sometimes Fara got to kick their ass and then you let God do the rest.
Right.
So, you know, I'm not perfect. But I try to like lead with light because at the end of the day, like I said, people will remember you by how you treated people and what you've done for other people, not what you obtained materially, financially, the girls you dated, the men you dated, all that stuff go out the window. I've seen people that's so rich and have every jewel known to man. Somebody in their family take that and pawn that and they bury them in a box like everybody else get buried. So, you know, and as far as faith is concerned, I like to think that a part of being a Christian or anything, even y'all at home, whatever y'all believe in, a part of that faith is showing it. Mm-hmm. Because it's a lot of people preach God and I don't see no God. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of people who don't say those words and they exude it. I feel like if you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or whatever you are, I should feel your faith when I'm in your presence. Mm-hmm. I should feel like I'm amongst somebody of a higher power that's guided and, you know, living by something. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't feel that lawless vibe of like, anything goes. I agree. I'm raised off survival. No, I can feel it. So when people come around me, I'm receptive to the things they say and they do because I know that this is a person that's moving with purpose. Versus like them people that you can just feel it, they just out here.
Yeah.
Not out here, they out here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
whatever goes.
It's a shift. That's why I asked you that, because it really is a shift where it's like, again, 2015, we was outside and we wasn't really thinking about God and all this kind of stuff. But now we in 2025 and we're older and I have kids. So there are certain things that I would probably do in 2015 that I would no longer do. And that's just because I have morals, I have principles, I have certain ways about me that I'm not willing to jeopardize. You know what I mean? My kids aren't going to go on the internet and see nothing crazy about me.
Amen.
You get what I'm saying? And it's just so crazy how much OnlyFans has became a thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because it's like, well, what if your pussy don't sell, girl? Now you just did this for no reason.
Hello.
But we gonna take a break and we gonna come back to that. Hey guys, so if you have a small business or a product you'd like for us to advertise for you on our podcast, make sure you hit the link in the description, send your emails, and we will get back to you as soon as possible with all our tiers and how you can advertise with us on the Fara Charles podcast. Okay, y'all, so before we went on break, we were getting into OnlyFans, the cons and pros of OnlyFans.
I wonder what life is like after your career.
Yes, that's a good one. But my pro is, I know a lot of baddies that made a lot of dollars on there, and I don't knock them at all. If I could suck one dick and make $1 million, I'm sorry, I'm doing it. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have my kids, I'm doing it. God, you know what I'm trying to say. If I didn't have my kids, I'm doing it. $1 million to suck a dick, bro. Come on. Right. Like $1 million, Zania. My production trying to act all crazy, but they not thinking that's generational wealth, right?
People doing it for free.
Right. That's generational wealth. If I didn't have the children, then maybe, but I do. And what's the con? A con for me is, okay, everybody, because in 2020, the whole world did OnlyFans, and I couldn't believe it. Like, the whole world did OnlyFans. Everybody was showing their pussy. Mm-hmm. My thing is, what if it don't sell? Like,
some
then
people
what?
not really making money like that. They're not making millions, but they just feel it's better than a regular job. And sometimes, honestly, some people don't really have the tools, like whether it's the knowledge, the network, the education, whatever it may be, to be rightfully employed. So it just gave them an excuse to do something that they want to do anyway. Or you're doing something that you was doing for free for attention on Instagram, so why not monetize? So I don't knock the people that already had big platforms, like they were already like many.
I don't knock them either.
In their town, or the influencers who got on there and did, whether it's full blown porn, a little softcore, whatever you did, I get it. You already had people right there ready to pay.
Right. I don't knock them
Bad
either.
Baby. She jumped on there on her 18th birthday, which, you know, this world is rooted, unfortunately, for men. I don't speak for myself.
Wait, Bad Baby jumped on there on her 18th birthday?
On her 18th birthday, and she made like millions of dollars in one day. Because if you know, I really don't want to switch the topic, but the thing is, it's a deep-rooted thing of pedophilia in American society.
Yeah.
And I think people don't talk about it, but it's just like one of them things where a lot of people, unfortunately, would be doing it if they had the money, the power to get away with it. And I think a lot of men particularly stop at 18 because that's the legal limit. Mm-hmm. If it was legal to be 15,
they would
12,
go to
they
15.
would go as younger.
Mm-hmm.
So you see it all the time. Men that's 40s trading in girls, they've been married to them 10 years, give them babies. The next woman always younger, they never older.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yes.
Look at Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
When people come out in their costumes and everything, why are we seeing young girls in like over-sexualized schoolgirl? That's the number one costume every year. What's hot about wearing a child's uniform half naked? Because this world is taught and men are conditioned to think that one of the standards of beauty is age.
Age, yeah. And it's the younger the better.
Us when we're younger, it just takes strong men with morals and ethics to know I don't do children. But a lot of men, especially men with power, as we're seeing on the news and everybody getting busted and caught. Mm-hmm. Won't say no names, but y'all know who. And all these people, that's why they're getting caught, because they have the resources to push it under the rug. They have the resources to pay off parents. You think R. Kelly accomplished all that molestation or whatever else he was doing without the help of a team? There were managers, there was parents, there were all these people involved, and it was money.
So this is how I look at it with P. Diddy, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, all of them, right? This is how I look at those situations. I feel like y'all should have arrested them when they was doing the fuckery, when they was doing the bullshit. Y'all waited for not waited. Y'all allowed these men to do whatever they was doing as long as they were destroying our communities. And the minute they decided, you know what, I don't even want to do this shit no more. I want to try to do something else. I want to go a different way. I want to stop or whatever. With R. Kelly, I don't know too much about if he was stopping or going, but either way, y'all knew about that in 1995. Y'all knew it, but y'all ain't stop him then, you know? Mm-hmm. With Diddy, y'all knew about that in 2016. When that Cassie whole thing in the whole, y'all ain't stop it then. The minute these men are trying to own their masters or get this or get that, that's when they do that to them. And that's what I can't agree with. So that's where I be like in limbo with.
It amplifies and pushes people up on a pedestal and help them succeed.
Exactly.
But with power entertainment particularly, there's always somebody or something that's in a person's back pocket to pull you back down. Mm-hmm. So I do agree that Diddy seemed to be like changing his life in a different direction. But what's evident
I really think him and Carisha was in love. Mm-hmm. Like I believed that relationship wholeheartedly. I believed that he found him a fine ass, fun, young bitch that understood what the fuck was going on, and she really genuinely made him happy.
Or sometimes you can meet the right person at the right time. Like you spent your whole time doing all this stuff, and then there's a person that may not be much different from the last person or the other people you have abused or wronged, cheated on, whatever it may be, and they come at the right time when you have healed as a person. Because I like to think people can be a good person. Like my cousin, for example, Darius, if you watch this, my cousin Darius has always been a smart person, a good person at core as a man, but he was a ferocious liar and cheater his whole, like from our teenage years up. He cheated on every woman I ever met, and the family would meet them, we would love them, we would like, oh, that's gonna be like, I used to be like, you know, him and our cousin would be like brothers. That's gonna be my sister-in-law, I love her, like, she's so good. They were women that were wonderful to him. He dog-walked them. And then
Darius.
Now he's married, he has a child, He's successful. He bought his wife a car. He got himself a car. They live in like a $1.some million house. He got everything together. He gave his life to Christ. He work in the church, like volunteer his time. He's a manager at a car lot. Like he got himself together, savings, everything, like just a beautiful life. And
I love that.
Daphne is an amazing person, as well as the previous ones were an amazing person. And I'm glad it ended up being Daphne because I love Daphne more than I love them, but they were good women too. And just to tell you, the last 3 before Daphne, they all married now. So some other man saw the value in them. But it wasn't until he was ready to be the man he is today, he changed his life and decided he want to stop lying, stop cheating, etc. Daphne came, and Daphne got the man that she deserved, and he got the woman that he deserved because he was ready. Sometimes we want blessings that we're not even ready for. We begging for stuff and praying for it, getting on our knees, begging for stuff that we're not ready for. We ain't gonna do nothing but ruins the second we get it.
Right. So I believe that.
That's how that go. And now I'm gonna go back to OnlyFans and say that I respect the hustle, but y'all men, y'all gotta do better. Unless you got a platform already and you know they fiending and they thirsty and they ready for your little dick pics or your gray sweatpants or whatever it may be, go on, go for it. But a lot of y'all men just flat out lazy. I'd rather see you go out and scam and sell dope. Like, get a real job, get a real career. It's not gonna last. That is a sport for women that's finessing and look good. Y'all niggas is tired and y'all need to start doing that. Get something going on, please. Like, I hate to see it. Like, some of the dudes, it's like, yo, you got 500 followers, but you dropping sex tapes. That's not your hustle.
It's not.
Get a real job. If you have to, do something else.
The sex industry is $1 billion industry. So if your sex tape is not making at least $10,000 a month or something, you need to find something else to do.
And it's dominated by women.
And that shouldn't be your first thing you find to do, people.
It gave them an excuse. You know how many times I meet people like out and about and I think they're just normal people, whatever. Like, I'm not thinking none of it. You get their Instagram, they wholesome on there, they got suits, they smiling. And goddamn, you click that link. Oh, you get on Twitter and you run into them. You didn't even know it's the same person. They got different @ names on Twitter than they got on Instagram. That's the new scam.
I see.
And you go on there and you like, oh my God, it's a dick in their mouth.
Right.
Oh my God, they doing the works. And I believe in finessing. Like, if I got a platform, I won't do it. But if you showing a little PP or you know spreading it or you doing your little twerking on there, little X-rated stuff, I can get that because it's still no connection with person. And we was born naked. So explore. But if you a man and you on that full on blah, 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 and you really didn't already come in with that platform and that was not your goal, because I know some people who wanted to be porn stars and they always want, and that's their career field. And it's a field for it and it's a room for it because a lot of people, 20% of people in America got sex addictions, if you ask me.
Listen, I don't knock it. I don't knock none of it.
I used to love porn. I stopped watching it recently.
So I'm a Scorpio. I'm going to just leave it at that. You know, I got shit going on with me.
Freak boobs.
But what I'm saying is, I don't knock nothing. You know what I mean? Because I'm a person that's, I think I'm just about willing to try everything. But the one thing I'm not with is bringing no cameras into my bedroom.
Okay.
I don't need no cameras, nowhere. I don't, because I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do if I would just pop up one day and saw me. Oh my God, I would go crazy.
I would be mad, but I would hope that I'm doing my thing in it. And,
oh, baby, I'm always doing my thing.
And I would act like I'm not mad. And I'd be like, oh, I guess y'all seen it. Like, what's going on? Like, I just like laugh it off and play stupid. But really deep down, I wouldn't want that for myself.
Oh my God, I would never want that for myself. But
I'm more likely to scam or sell drugs than I would be to do porn.
For sure.
Like, I'm cool with the finesse. Like I said, I love the finesse. I love the people that was already twerking and half naked on Instagram. They got on there and made it.
I like your friend, Sapphire.
Yeah.
I love her.
But she don't have no OnlyFans though.
No, but I feel like she's still a vixen type of girl.
Exactly. So she posts like risky stuff. Like sometimes she'll twerk or she like dance, like she dances like provocative. She don't necessarily, I don't think she necessarily dressed like naked, but she risky. Like,
I love her though.
So, and she's very body confident. Like, and I feel like OnlyFans is for a person like that. I know she get on there, she'll make a bag, and she already got the following to back it up. So I love it. But I'm just thinking like people who literally was leaving their jobs like
to go on
teaching,
OnlyFans,
like, and just busting it straight open, not even easing into it. Like, come on, show a little toe first. They coming out the real.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I can't do that. My kids, even without my kids, I couldn't do that. But my kids stopped a lot of shit from ever happening. Like, no. But I mean, we respect the hustle. We definitely respect the hustle. So what do you have coming up next? Like, what's your next to-do? What's your to-do list for 2026?
For 2026, well, right now I have a Sprinter that I got as a birthday gift to myself, and it's in the process of getting built out. So I will have soon, in a few weeks, I will have
doing like a black bus type of vibe.
Yes, it will be like limousine seating, like around, and a cooler. So it's gonna be the drunk bus. Like, you're gonna get on there and get lit, get dropped out to the club, whatever. I don't plan on picking up people for funerals and all that airport trips. Don't hit me up. Hit me up if you want to get lit on the bus.
Right.
Smoke your little tree. I got a little whatever that's in the city, gonna get rid of that. You know, it's that type of vibe. Birthdays, Sprinter, you know, just going out having fun, because that's what my friends and I like to do. We like to, you know, rent out Sprinters and stuff. So I feel like it's along with my brand. I have the people that's gonna help me push it, and I'm trying to do stuff to build on my future and really help me to build passive income. I've done things in real estate. I've done things in everything. Look, I try my hand at everything, but I need to get passive income fast enough to where I can fuel my other passions. So that's what I'm working on right now. In the future, I would love to executive produce a show, like a lifestyle show, but I think it's finally room for men to have the spotlight in reality TV.
What's a lifestyle show for you? Like, what does that look like?
A lifestyle show, like Love and Hip Hop is a lifestyle show.
Okay.
Like, everybody that's not on there is not rich. I know I'm not, but I will say, like, it's predominantly.
But your life is lit though.
Yeah, it's geared around like successful people or like people that have social advantages.
Motion.
So I want something similar, but not in the music scene, whether it be like nepotism, like people that were born into money, just picking different pockets of the black community, preferably, and showing it. But I feel like with all the shows now, in reality TV, they're either heavily produced, which a lot of people give, like even Love and Hip Hop, they say it's scripted, and I'm like, I have no reason to lie. Everybody at home is not scripted. What it is that there's producers that are well aware of your issues and things that trigger you and things that you have problems with and people you have problems with because they get on the phone with you all day asking you questions. And it just so happened they invite you to an event and boom, this person is there. So it may come out so fake because we know in real life when we don't fuck with somebody, we don't run into them.
Right.
I had a friend I fell out with in 2018. I just saw him for the first time like 3 weeks ago, like in person.
Same.
We had been made up like on Instagram and apologized to each other. So I love him and we back cool. But I said that to say like I know where he be at and I make sure I don't go to them places.
Right.
To him.
Right. Same.
But with TV, it's like very forced, so that's how it happens. So although my show will have forced things on it, because I'm gone, I need my money.
Right.
But I would like to show deeper showcase who the people are, who their family are, and give actual reality. As people, we go through so many things. Last season on Love and Hip Hop, I'm not saying it to be disgruntled or upset, because I'm not upset about it. Because if it would have came to me, I probably would have declined to share. But I lost my stepdad, who helped raise me since I was 6 years old.
I saw that. My condolences.
And that wasn't something that was covered. That was also one part of Eliza's support system and different things that happened to me that I felt like should have been covered, and they don't cover them. And I'm not feeling in my feelings about it because I know I'm not a bigger part of the cast. Like had it been Trina, maybe it would have been covered. But I said it to say it's so much that goes on in people that are on TV life, and it's skipped over and it's glossed over because it doesn't fit the grand scheme of things. And the people at home, y'all to blame with it too. If you interact with content that is bad drama, whether it's fighting or whatever it is, like you can't be in the comments like, oh, we need to show black people in a positive light, but you're commenting on content of things that aren't in a positive light. So
right. And they say that, but they really don't want to see that. They entertain it,
because I say that too, and then I be like sneaking and like, ooh, like
right. Ain't nobody gonna fight, right?
Yeah, like fast forward, like, man, please, y'all been talking too long. Where's the fight?
I definitely did not watch any of the baddies season, but guess who watched the reunion? Me.
Yep, and they was throwing hands, knocking heads
sure
off,
was.
busting teeth and bleeding.
They sure was.
So yeah, like, you know, we gotta admit that that's what we like, but it's okay to like put other programming out that will have drama, but will show the entire scope of who people are. Like, like me, I want to, if I had it my way, like show my family dynamic, show who I am as a person, show like the things I've done. Like I've hosted events. I was in GQ. I've done a lot of things that
you've done
television don't cover.
A lot of things.
IKEA,
and you've put people in position to do a lot of great things too.
And I would like that to be highlighted, and I don't fault producers or anything, but the reality is that doesn't fit what people at home want to see or what people at home are showing they want to see. Mm-hmm. So until it's evident that we want positivity, we want growth, and we want that's what's going to be programmed on television. So, and
again, it's balance because we want positivity and we want negativity.
We do.
So it's like when you create your show, you just have to create a great balance around both, because let's be real, the money don't come with positivity.
Hell no.
It come with negativity.
Right.
Okay? So if we just being real, we just got to find a way to balance it, because honestly, for baddies, I can't personally watch that show because it's too much negativity. You get what I'm saying? But I can sit down and watch Love and Hip Hop because it's a decent balance of positivity and negativity.
It will show the girls
you know what
and everybody
mean?
business and like a little bit of their family dynamic. So I think Love and Hip Hop is a great show. I just think that it just didn't have the same viewership it used to have, because Love and Hip Hop started off like how Baddies is now. Mm-hmm. Now it's more elevated. Mm-hmm. So I feel like now that it's elevated and it's showing more, that's when it needs its height of popularity. Mm-hmm. But as you show more and you show a different side and positivity, and the people get older and grow.
I was just about to say that's what's happening.
The fan base gets older and life gets more expensive. It's on cable television. Everybody don't have cable. I own my house, so I have to pay for the cable because it's included. Mm-hmm. And if I had to pay out of pocket, baby, I wouldn't have VH1. Even with me on it, I'm just saying, I would have to look on the blogs and ask people like, you saw the episode, did I look crazy? Was I fat in it?
Right.
Oh, I hate watching them old clips. I was so big. But yeah, like, that's just what it is. I think it's room for it, and I hope that, black people get shown in a positive light, or just a complete light, because a lot of people ain't the most positive, but I would like for people to see the ups and downs of what people go through. And I
want you to start that show. I think if you start that show, and you gotta hire me and my team. But if you start that show, I think people will really, I think investors will want to invest. I think people will really cast. How I start my shit, I just do a casting call. I think you should just throw out a casting call one day for your show and see who bites and build off of there. I really think, because you are the perfect person. First of all, everyone feels comfortable around you, male and female. Everyone feels comfortable around you. Everyone gets like just a genuine presence around you. So I think people would just want to be a part of whatever it is that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So I definitely don't just say this on the show and then don't go do it. Like, go start that show, bro. It'll work out. Yes. It'll definitely work out. And where can they find you? Instagram?
You can find me on Instagram at VANG. Because what they do is at the beginning of the season, they like log in all your social medias and check to see if like you were saying like all kind of offensive, like whether it's like homophobic or like anti-Semitic, like Jewish stuff. And they like try to like go back and try to get you like to delete this stuff, because they don't want to invest in like doing press runs. Like say they have you doing an interview at 99 Jams or promoting a show on the Shade Room, and then they find out like people go to digging in you and you be saying like all kind of crazy stuff. So in order to avoid like having to look for it and search key names, I'm like, I'm gonna delete the whole thing. Right. I know I wouldn't say nothing like that on Instagram, but back in the days, Twitter, everybody be ranting and talking crazy. So I say it's just best I delete the whole thing. I don't know what's on there.
I don't got one. How about that?
Yeah, so I created a fake one, like a Finsta, fake one. So if somebody send me something on Twitter, or I need to look up all these people OnlyFans, I go on Twitter. Because I ain't paying. I just want to see the sneak preview. Right.
Okay, so shout out to Twitter for us not having to pay for OnlyFans, because you just go on there.
Yeah,
and with a rose, baby, 3 seconds, and I'm done.
They be like, click to see my new content. I'm like, I saw it. This is where I'm staying.
Oh my God.
That's enough. I'll put this on loop.
I can't believe that's what Twitter has turned into, bro.
Twitter is a porn site.
That is crazy. Like, that's crazy, but y'all, that's exactly where I go.
When you date somebody, don't ask if they got a Twitter. Just find it.
Right.
Google it. Put their ad name in Twitter.
Find it, because
you gotta make sure. They will be a banker. They will work at Bank of America. But
I keep saying Twitter. It's X now.
We don't
Twitter. We don't.
Yeah, we don't
X.
go by that.
That
we
would
go
be
by
acknowledging
Twitter.
Elon Musk, and I'm not doing that.
We go. It's still Twitter for me and everybody else in America.
Twitter. If they got a Twitter, leave them.
Except for me, because mine's is really nice and wholesome. Except for if you go follow what I follow, then.
Allegedly.
That's crazy. I can't believe Twitter turned into that for real, but it's good for me and what I got going on. And we were actually getting into you, where we can find you, how we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Instagram only, because I don't have a Twitter. Wink, wink. And I'm at Van Gray LLL. And I know I'm Van Gray the third, so it should be I's, but that lowercase I thing would have looked crazy. So LLL presents and reads as Van Gray the third. So Van Gray LLL. But you might not have to go all the way to the L's, because I'm pretty sure that
as soon as you put Van G, right?
So that's how you find me. I don't know what my Abby looks like these days, but you'll find me there, and you'll get all. You need to go on my story too, because I love to like rant and talk about everything, including politics, and not limited to all the things we discussed.
Right.
I'm always spilling my opinion out, and I think that hopefully the people that are there enjoy it and value it. And
he had a podcast, y'all, with SJ, my baby daddy.
My child.
And and SJ has left us now. He went up north to live his beautiful life.
Yes.
But I would love for them to start their podcast back, or for Van to start his own podcast about just shit he rants about.
Yes.
Because when he is clocking somebody tea, he is Zania, I'm gonna send it to you one day. Where he going off? I'm gonna send it to you one day. You gonna be like, he be clocking the tea.
That's why I was so happy to come here and run my mouth.
Right. He was like, girl, I could talk all day. They was trying to cut our episode short, but nope. We still here. Yeah.
They tried to come through and do this.
Right.
No, wait.
We got it.
Open it back up.
We got it. We don't need a 30-minute episode.
Yes.
But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Van, for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
This was good. I enjoyed it. And we had real conversation.
Yes.
And you dropped some real gems.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for y'all tuning in with us and staying and hearing what we got to say. If you haven't already, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the Fara Charles Podcast.
Fara Charles Podcast. And don't play, and do it right now. Don't wait. Don't try to listen and try to see what we talking about, what we own. Get with the program and click now. Okay? Click now. Link in the description. Stop playing. Not the link like OnlyFans, the real link.
The real
you can
link.
Get some knowledge.
Right.
Move forward in life.
Right. Peace.
Get your knowledge up, not your rocks off. Bye.
Bye.